What's up everyone, it's Marco here, and this video is actually sponsored by YouTube for Tuesday Reviews Day, and today we're taking a look at quite possibly my favorite smartwatch of 2015. It's the new Moto 360. Updated with new hardware and an incredible amount of customization, it might very well be the best Android Wear device or even best smartwatch of this year, period. So let's go ahead and jump into the review. The Moto 360 was my favorite Android Wear device last year. It really helped push smartwatches into a new era of not looking like weird cyborg type things we wear, but actually be used as a fashion accessory, plus a way to push notifications to your wrist which you can act on. For 2015, the new Moto 360 brings in not so much a redesign, but more of a statement than last year. For starters, the Moto 360 comes in two sizes, a 42mm for men, one for women in 42mm, and this 46mm size that replaces the original. We also have the ability to customize the Moto 360 via Moto Maker, and that's a huge thing for a watch such as this one. The ability to really customize the timepiece instead of buying your typical standard smartwatch online is a huge plus. Also, when I said the design hasn't changed a whole lot, well, it sorta has. For one, these beautiful lugs extend out of the casing, which adds more timepiece design language to the timepiece. It also provides easy access to switching out the bands with these quick release pins. Also, the side button has moved up slightly for a more comfortable position. But the big change for the Moto 360 really lie in the hardware. Unlike the underpowered OMAP processors from Texas Instruments that powered the first gen, we are looking at a quad-core Snapdragon 400 processor with half a gigabyte of RAM and 4 gigabytes of internal storage. It's basically the best and sort of standard of premium Android Wear devices. This means the Moto 360 is one of the quickest responding Android Wears around. It really does breeze through its operating system, which the same couldn't be said about its predecessor. The display has also been updated, now boasting a 360 by 330 resolution. It has a higher 233 ppi, but it's still an LCD panel, not OLED, and yes, the notorious flat tire still exists on the bottom, housing the ambient light sensor and proximity sensor. But throughout my testing, the display has proved to be really nice to use, even in direct sunlight. It can get really bright and the clarity of it is quite nice. Now, the experience of Android Wear hasn't really changed much. Yes, there are more available applications, and with every software upgrade, Google now gets more and more accurate. But the reality is, the displays are still too small to do real work on, and by that I mean have better means of communication other than the dictation program and the pre-programmed actions like favoriting tweets on Twitter or deleting notifications. But one thing to mention is battery life. For a 46mm model, it's packed with a 400 mAh battery, which sounds fantastic, but when coupled to an LCD panel that has an always on feature, it could spell disaster. Well, it's actually really good. The Moto 360 can survive well in 2 days with light usage. Even with always on mode on and the screen up to full brightness, I usually have more than 50% left at the end of my first day, but to play it safe, you should charge this thing every night. All in all, the Moto 360 is literally the best Android Wear I've used this year. It's beautiful, has tons of customization via Moto Maker, and just feels plain good. Now, if you're interested, this video is actually shoppable. See that little eye icon to the top right? If you click that, it will take you to a place where you'll find the best price available for the Moto 360. Go ahead and try it out and let me know if you decide to pick one of these up, because trust me, even if you have the original Moto 360, this new one is something worth having. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed my review, and as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you in the next video.